we're going to get straight into it, man. We are going to get straight into it. I think Nikola Jokic has solved basketball. The guy is a absolute legend in the basketball world. We're going to see what this video is about. Jimmy High Roller with the data. Comparisons are always good. Before we get into the video, guys,
make sure you smash that subscribe or the follow button if you haven't already.
Let's do it.
Some NBA games last night, I landed on a close matchup between the Nuggets and the Clippers. 39-35 going into the second quarter. It's quite the barn burner we got going on here. I figured someone must be having themselves a night, so I took a quick glance at the box score. And nothing could have prepared me for what I found.
Oh, good shot.
Nikola Jokic with 25 and 6 in the first quarter.
Oh my God.
I thought my eyes
What the
must
hell?
be deceiving me, so I double checked, and sure enough, the man was dropping a nuke on the Clippers. By the end of the third quarter, the Nuggets had put the Clippers to bed. Jokic didn't really play much after that and jogged his way to a modest 55, 12, and 6. The craziest part about this performance wasn't even how incredible Jokic played in this game. It was how painfully easy he made it look.
I'm not gonna lie, he carries the Nuggets too much. We watched a video on his like how much of a difference he made to the Nuggets when he was on the court and off the court, and it was literally ridiculous. Like, he's doing so much for them. Like, he is their legendary player.
He is a legend.
He is a legend. Yeah, facts.
As Nikola Jokic solved the game of basketball,
I think he has, I'll be real. I think he has.
today's video is sponsored by Rocket Money. You've probably automatic tap, service time, rumber saver, goals, vacation. Take the link in the save individual season. Usually measures 20 years. What you are looking at, Jimmy High Roller. Start saving smarter today. What you are looking at are statistically the best individual seasons of the last 20 years according to GameScore. Now, GameScore is a stat that essentially measures everything a player does on the box score and wraps it up into an all-in-one number. The more a player does and the more efficiently he does it, the higher the game score. Hundreds of players across 2 decades, and these are the top 100. You've got KD in 2010 ranked 85th, Chris Paul in 08 ranked 81st, Kevin Love in 2014 ranked 77th.
This is good because it includes their best year as well. So
Jokic is literally scattered everywhere.
Different years.
Yeah.
So let's see. And that's probably why it's crazy, because every year is like, he's on this.
The 50s, you are already in MVP territory. LeBron in 2014, Steph in 2016. In fact, there's a lot of LeBron and Steph in here. A lot of Harden, Durant, AD,
Luka.
Giannis. Climb your way into the top 20 seasons, and you are looking at some all-time stat-stuffing campaigns. AD in 2018, Westbrook in 2017, LeBron in 2009. But by the time you end up in the top 10, you will find the same three names on a run unlike anything else in recent NBA history. The names of Luka, Jokic, and Yass littered throughout this historic threshold. An average game score of more than 27 only achieved one time in NBA history by Nikola Jokic last season. However, Shea and Luka on pace this season to make history of their own, and Giannis on pace for an NBA record, nearing a mind-boggling game score of 30, a mark that
Yass, although we haven't reacted to him this season, from what I'm hearing, Yass is doing bits this season.
We should watch his game, because
He's
we really
doing
like him.
madness this season, like different level.
You know what? I've got a question.
What's your question?
How come Jokic isn't part of the GOAT talk? I think he's a phenomenal player.
Chat, what we saying,
and he
man?
has such a major impact, like, in his team as well.
Every season.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat.
I'm curious.
Why is Jokic not in that chat? Let us know.
would have been inconceivable just a few seasons ago. At least, he was on track to break this record, if it wasn't for Nikola Jokic.
Nah.
Who currently holds an average
my
game
God.
score this season of 32.64.
What the hell?
Who, when even compared to the greatest seasons of this century, has entered his own stratosphere. What he is doing right now, even by his standards, completely unprecedented.
That's
Between
crazy.
his video game numbers, unparalleled skill set, and the ease in which he does it all, Nikola Jokic is proving once again why he is the most impactful player in basketball. After getting out to what most fans described as a slow start to the season, averaging a measly 20-14-10 through the first 5 games, Jokic apparently heard the criticism and decided he was going to start shooting the ball again. 6 games into his revelation, and the Nuggets haven't lost a game since. They're beating their opponents by an average of 15 points, and Jokic is averaging 36, 12, and 11 in that span.
Holy shit.
And I would like to take this time to say I too have came to a revelation of my own. I think Nikola Jokic has solved basketball, not just because of what he's doing on the court, but also because of how he's doing it. On Wednesday night, Jokic didn't just have one of the most efficient 50 pieces in league history, he had one of the easiest 50 pieces in NBA history. It didn't matter what they threw at him, Jokic made easy work of all of it. They threw a big body at him in Zubats, and Jokic just backs him down like a featherweight. He makes this shot 100% of the time. Couple plays later, same look, same spot, but this time while Zubats is waiting for the bump, Jokic just blows on by him. Flip it over on the other wing this time. Zubats is desperately trying to hold him off, but Jokic gets to his spot again.
Poor Zubac, man, he got fucking smoked. And he's a big guy as well. It just shows like, it's not just Jokic's size that allows him to play the way he plays.
Yeah.
It's his skill, of course.
Skilled, Zubats falls for the shimmy. Jokic gets an easy bucket. Very next possession. This time they've got some more length on him with Brook Lopez. Lopez just saw Zubats get melted, so he's prepared. He's got quick hands. He's waiting for Jokic to turn his back or make a first step, and he just pulls up in his face for an and one. Where is the double, you might ask?
Easy work.
Well, they can't send one. Jokic is the best playmaker on the planet. He is praying that you send a double. And this is how the entire night went in LA. Jokic exploiting his freakish strength and soft touch by just casually getting to his spot and feasting on whatever easy look he created. When the Clippers finally decided to make their adjustments, clog the high post and concede the double team, Jokic decided to take advantage of a lackluster pick and roll defense by drilling three-pointers like they were free.
You know what I feel like Jokic's play style? He reminds me of like a black hole, and what I mean by that, he kind of just like holds the ball. He bides time. He holds the ball using his body and his strength and his skill, and he kind of like brings the opposition in. Yeah. Then as soon as they come in like a black hole,
gravity.
He's like gravity. Yeah, he'll suck them in, and then the beautiful pass. Yep. And then they're 2-man down or 3-man down because they've kind of closed in on him. Like he's very good at that, and he's basically solved basketball in my eyes too.
Throws. It isn't flashy. It ain't that pretty. It really isn't all that exciting. But it is painfully simple and offensively easy for Nikola Jokic. By the end of the night, Jokic had bullied his way to 55 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists on 91% true shooting and the best statistical performance of his entire career in just 34 minutes. The man is moving at half speed. He doesn't get but about 10 inches off the ground, and it doesn't even matter. He is just too smart, too strong, way too skilled.
He's too good.
I have come to the conclusion that Nikola Jokic has simply won basketball. He beat it. The man solved the game, cracked the code. He has pretty much figured out exactly what to do in any situation and how to do it. Yeah. He is unbelievably aware of who's on the court, who's guarding him, where the shooters are, where the shot blockers are, where the best shots will open up in 3 seconds, how to open up those shots, what the defense will counter with, and he's already figured out how he'll counter that counter. More than his skill, more than his touch, more than his strength, it is his hyper-awareness and genius basketball IQ that makes him virtually impossible to guard.
He's not human.
Jokic is an unrealistic example of what could happen if a player makes the right play every play. You're not going to make all of your shots. Some of your passes might get broken up. But if you're finding the best shot, you're making the right passes, and you're recognizing those opportunities as they present themselves, things are bound to go well. Most players are smart enough to pick out a defense lagging to get back. Most big men will seal their man off for the potential one-on-one near the rim. But how many players are smart enough to not overthink this possession and just spin over their shoulder for an easy bucket? Or how about the fact that the Kings continued to leave this void open in the middle of the paint for an easy floater over and over and over?
When I watch Jokic play, it's almost as if he don't even think. Yeah. It's that ultra instinct. His brain does. Yeah, he just does, and it works every time. Like, he barely thinks from the looks of it.
And by the time they adjust, you've already capitalized on it. When a player has a mismatch in transition, does he get into the set? Or does he immediately recognize the mismatch and have the wherewithal to make good use of it? What about picking up on lapses in the defense before they even happen? Jokic sees an opportunity, he calls for the ball, he misdirects the defense with his eyes, and then finds a wide open Christian Brown for an easy bucket. But Jokic knew Brown was going to be open when he saw his man trailing behind 5 seconds ago. He notices this, he calls for the ball, he knows the Kings are in a man coverage, he forces the defense to stay on the corner man by telegraphing what looked like it was going to be a pass to the corner, and he gets his teammate wide open for the easiest 2 points of the night. The guy keeps it simple. How many of his points and rebounds come off of these tip-ins and putbacks, being in the right place to get these easy buckets, or these rolls to the basket where he finds space and keeps the ball high and just feeds it in? Sounds easy enough until you realize how many big men struggle with this action. Knowing when to float it, knowing how the defense reacted the last time you ran a similar action. It's the difference between an open 7-foot floater and forcing a tough layup. One of the quickest ways to spot a smart player is how quickly they make decisions and how much energy.
What did I just say? It's like you don't even think.
Yeah.
They exert to execute those decisions. What plays to make, what plays not to make, taking every last crumb the defense will give you and taking them efficiently. And there is no player more decisive with the skills to execute those decisions than Nikola Jokic.
Agreed.
He doesn't have freakish athleticism to capitalize on for easy buckets, can't jump over his opponents or sprint past them. He isn't outlandishly tall or long in ways that would give him an advantage. In fact, he is about as average in stature and length as centers come. Instead, Jokic possesses a remarkable combination of attributes: touch, strength, and basketball intelligence that has made him the most impactful offensive weapon in the history of basketball.
Ooh.
Of course, Jokic's best attribute, the one between his ears, isn't quite something you can measure, but it wouldn't hurt to try. That's what Crafted NBA has attempted to do with their basketball IQ metric, a stat that uses game-specific skills and awareness such as spatial understanding, tactical decisions, and playmaking insights to quantify a player's performance and decision-making.
Bro, that's crazy. From when they're trying to statistically measure players' basketball IQ, that's mad. They're always trying to find a formula for everything because then they want the data. Because the data you can compare and analyze. But it's hard, man. Like, even though that's a formula for it, how reliable and accurate will it be?
It's kind of crazy, right? I know. The player with the highest basketball IQ in the entire NBA is, of course, Nikola Jokic.
But
as impressive as his box score numbers are,
Jimmy Butler.
Jokic's true value is better captured.
Which I see that, though. Jimmy Butler has a very good IQ. I don't know if I'd call him second, on my personal opinion, but he's very high IQ. Would you say he's good enough to be second? Don't be biased.
I'm surprised he's higher than Luka. And I like Jimmy Butler, but I'm surprised he's higher than Luka.
Luka should be, in my opinion, definitely up there.
Court IQ is very good as well.
Yeah.
By looking through the lens of advanced numbers. Here are the top 50 players in the league so far this season, according to Box Plus Minus. Now, these numbers will level out a bit as the season continues, but we're quickly approaching the point where most players will settle in about where they are right now. For example, Brunson ranks 31st, Jaylen Brown ranks 25th, Cade at 20, Steph is at 13,
Austin
and
Reeves
Wemby is at 9. And all the way at the very top, the best players in the league in Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, a Box Plus Minus of 11 or more is historically great. There's only been about 20 seasons in NBA history of this caliber. For example, LeBron has only had 3 seasons with a BPM above 11. And all 3 of these guys are playing at that level right now.
Thing is, it's noticeable. Like, look at the games we saw of Luka. Oh my God, like, he's dominating.
Yeah.
He's doing 40, 50 pointers, like, non-stop. Giannis, I've not seen him play, but from the rumours, he's doing what Luka's doing, but in his own way, in terms of dominance. And SGA, whenever we saw 1 or 2 games of Thunder, he was a clear, like, standout player.
Yeah.
Even though the game was very difficult, he stood out regardless.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So they look like they're in the 11s. So it is clear, man. These are.
I bet Nikola is gonna be exposed. He's probably way higher up or something.
And then he likes to do that.
Yeah.
Jimmy High. Here we go.
Jokic.
Yeah. Here we go.
Way over here.
Oh my God. Why isn't this guy part of the GOAT chat?
That's inhumane.
And I don't want to hear because he hasn't won enough championships.
Yeah, because that was what people were saying. Apparently he's not won enough. But you know what? The GOAT debate, like team championships is important, but then again, it's a team game. GOAT debate, if you're greatest of all time, you're an individual. It's based on your individuality, not just your team. So I feel like statistically he should be in the GOAT debate.
I think he should.
Statistically, on paper, if you put this across like people like Michael Jordan, that statistically he should be in that debate, but like these are saying, winning is also important. It is important. I wouldn't say it's everything, but it is important. That's what makes it unfortunate for him.
But now my question is, if he was to leave Nuggets and go to a better performing
because Nuggets
team,
are bad. He's carrying Nuggets differently, let's be honest. If he was in like fucking, hate to say this, Golden State or OKC or Thunder.
I will happily take him to Golden State. Come on, come to us.
Nuggets aren't bad. Okay, from what we reacted in previous seasons, it seemed like he was literally Nuggets himself. But if they're playing good this season, we've not watched any of their games, so we can't judge. But it seemed like he was making a big difference for sure.
Box plus minus of 20.8. This
That's
is not
crazy.
a typo.
Look at the difference.
This isn't a mistake. There's no error in this graphic. This, my friends, is Nikola Jokic.
The fuck?